Mambo need for be careful because an implied for one defend the SLPP, it also technically they insult the intelligence of CL unions and they put President Bio now one small corner people and go be asked critical questions. Because if you say after the war when we're going to democracy there was no military, this was a system when a President Bio be lead in the military. So you are saying, in other words, President Bio left the military scatter one before he hand over to President Kaba. That is the poorest of anything any PRO can say to in president we deserve. That's not one. Secondly, it also makes us an ultra and say the August 9 and 10. We don't make something clear as a party. We are not afraid to call the people of Sierra Leone out when it is necessary. And when we do, we take full responsibility. August 9 and 10 has nothing to do with the APC. And we pull press release effectively just after the event. We are not cowards in the APC. We can take responsibility when things have been done and when we want them to be done. He also talked about President Bio not visiting the party office. But the panel get time for the dinner salon every 2 weeks. They fly. Who stay
what he
say?
The
so let me come. Let me come.
They walk from the
there has never been a time where President KAMARA walk from APC.
It's every Thursday.
Friday go Makeni. That was in routine.
Okay, no, they can't do it. Not no, I just clarify with him. Yes, sir, please. I want to make it get in time. Yeah. My own goal is to ask
there has never been a president with discipline in President Karim. And in only discipline to the point of his own party. At the time a time for court situation will be happening with the security sector and the SLPP just after elections. When that issue did happen, for let you know, say President Koma was a statesman, a worker himself from State House go to SLP office. Our party office have been vandalized. People have been killed 3 times in our party office. In fact, the worst of it, the president they use them for mock and tell we say we are terrorists. So when you talk about a disciplined leader, a leader we understand the plight of Sierra Leoneans. The President can say now dying sleep for compare President Kroma. You also they talk about issues we get for do with the police. You know, it is something we need to understand. See, every country go through a war, and part of in peace situations, they bring what we all know say, or they build institutions. We're still sending peacekeepers for go to Somalia, for go build the Somalia police, for go build the Somalia military. This is part of the objective. Sierra Leoneans have never been happy when President Kabak disbanded the army. That's the highest point of insecurity where we contribute every day. And turn we come adjust to the official security. That is undone. But let me say this before I conclude. We situations are very clear. Our communication lines are very clear as a party. 1, the tripartite dealt with all the issues. If I go say from independent to begin conduct elections, all the issues we get for do with elections are dealt with in the tripartite. It was deliberate, calculated, and wickedness on the part of SRPP and President Bio. Forget somebody like Golo Kata where we don't work for President Bio, now youth commissioner way in the appointee, for go and add that very sensitive institution where the peace of this country hang on. That's one. Secondly, when you look at the institutions that we didn't count for candidate parts of the tripartite, they are all institutions where the president they appoint people and for go ahead. So if you only get the mayor of Freetown, the mayor of Makeni, and the leader of the opposition, now the 3 nobody represent in a team of over 21 people, but come on now. I think this is where I am calling on the CSOs. This is where I speak not as a politician, but as somebody who understands the effect of peace in the nation. Say no, we all will come back together and say no. The formation of the structures of this the tripartite implementing committee is faulty. Or if that means I'm shouting, I'll shout louder. Because you cannot build the institutions. And these institutions, now they look into the implementation. Say what you may. What Mamu they complain for as SFP? What APC they complain for? Is in the tripartite. So all we are asking for is let us have a one functional institution that does not cherry pick the recommendation. Again, you're talking about every political party for getting disaggregated data. That is what I said in my first statement. That situations where they prompt you as a political party for let we party agents them be beaten, killed, chased in the southeast, not for happening in 2028. If that is shouting, I think I need to shout more. We position as a party is doing whatever is necessary, timely, for get a free, fair, transparent 2028 elections. You know, I feel the heat in the kitchen. When you see a political party that is successful, 3 years to elections, if you get a political agenda, you get a governance agenda, the entire president will concentrate on the governance of the state. When I listen to whether the president, the first lady, the PR team of the SLPP, at a time like this, in 2015 when we get Ebola, nobody in a disciplined regime of President Komano they talk politics. We concentrate on the national call. It is disgraceful that as a sitting government, at a time like this when we young people they die as a result of the negligence of the president.
No, but the president don't do the needful, no? He don't hold meeting with the task force. He don't talk about how in fact they can't put couple. He don't address the issue. He don't address the issue of getting a specialized, security and all that. They move and they still not make sense.
And also through Parliament we see
why it don't make
the public health emergency.
Okay, you know why it don't make sense. Kush not yesterday start. See the president, they try to twist the narrative, say it starts in 2014. How I wish that was true, but as a leader of opposition at the time and the SLP as opposition party did not speak to that, it shows they were not effective enough. I know Mambo was not part of that team, but it shows the effectiveness of the SLP was very weak. To Kush, in 2022, going to election, we all been as alone. We see pictures of police officers when I be traffic police officers, they team up like traffic, they control traffic, they go till they nearly fall on the ground. Officers were sacked. Military officers were sacked for Kush. By 2023 in March, even when we did in elections, I have videos and interviews of where they call the authorities of the state for take action on Kush. We go to the position as opposition. We push government for take for do health emergency on drugs. That's shocking. But it is so frustrating. Sierra Leone and young people not grab one day and enter into Kush. Let's use this opportunity for describe the level we reached before they enter Kush. In 2018, if you live in the eastern part of Freetown, Usaini Bite, like Grassfield. The young people begin they sniff Evo stick. They put on a pan, then put fire under, then inhale them. Then be so deadly that